Now today the things that I want to share with you is the 9 suspicious real estate practices in Singapore. Now why am I sharing this? Because I'm a professional and I have a moral obligation to inform the general publics of these suspicious real estate practices so that you will not fall prey to these scammers. So because this is a long video, I'll be breaking down this video into 3 parts so that you'll be more easily digestible. So without further ado, let's start with suspicious real estate practice 1, which is scammer postings as real estate agent. First and foremost, when you go and view a listing, be it rental or for purchase, you do not need to pay a deposit. Now, some people, they fall into this type of scam because I think last year we have a very good market, but after the December 15 real estate measure, probably things have slowed down a bit. But some people, they just want to view the property and they worry they can't view, so that they pay a deposit. Now, once you pay a deposit, there won't be any viewing, and once you start to text or call the person, they will start to ignore you, or in other words, they will ghost you. So how do you verify a real estate agent from a fake agent? Now, for all of us who are real estate agents, we are licensed by CEA. So there are 3 things that's unique: our name, our phone number, and our registration number. Like for mine is R041923D. But of course, scammers can also use our information, post on social medias, and also it is quite difficult to detect. But just remember, the general rule is you do not need to pay a deposit, be it that you are viewing a rental or a purchase unit. Now, suspicious real estate practice 2, asking for a rental deposit without any supporting documents or letter of intent. Now, in case you view a property, let's say we talk about for rent, and you like the property, and you'll be asked by the other party, be it a real agent or a scammer, to pay a deposit. Now, usually this deposit, we call it as a good faith deposit, which subsequently you'll be converted to the first month deposit. Now, before you pay the deposit, it is recommended that you ask for proof of ownership. Now, for my cases, usually if it's for sale, for rental, I'll purchase a document from InLease which show the ownership proof. And with that, okay, you can confirm who are the rightful owners. So if you are writing a checks, make sure you cross it pay to the person who's indicated on the proof of ownerships. Now, if it's for rental, you also need to have a supporting document, like letter of intent stating when your lease is starting, the duration of lease, how much you're paying, and other things that you require. For purchase, usually we will go with an offer for purchase. Now, my recommendation is for rental and for purchase, if it's possible, go with an agent. The agent will be there to filter out all these scams. So if you want to find out more, go to www.sbbcode. So that will be for suspicious real estate practice 2. Now let's move on to suspicious real estate practice 3, fake listing. Now, in the market, generally there are 2 types of fake listing. Now, the first one is called a dummy listing. Mean in the first place, the listing is not there. Now, just to give you an example, okay, we talk about rental unit for 5-room flats in Hougang. Now, rental unit in 5-room flat for Hougang should be now, in today's context, it should be going around 3,000 to about 3,004. And last week, I saw one listing at 2,004. So I called the agents, I text her. There's no reply, she didn't reply. So most likely, it could be a dummy listing. So what is the purpose of this type of dummy listing? Is to get you to call. Most likely, if you are a direct tenant, you call. So the purpose is to get your number and tell you, okay, that particular listing has been rented out, and the purpose is to swing you to another listing which they can collect commission from you. Now, it can also apply to purchase too. Now, the other type is listing that's already been sold or rented out. So it's also one form of dummy listing, so that you can call them and they will swing you another listing. In both cases, these are terms and clickbaits. So how to avoid them? Now, you have to know that in this market, there is a market price for all types of product. For example, just now we talk about HDB flat for 5-room, it should be going about 3,000 to 3,004. So if you see anything that's 2,004, it is too good to be true, and most likely it is the dummy listings. Then for sale, it's the same. if a 3 bedder is priced around 1.2 to 1.5, and you see one listing that is priced at 800K, most likely it could be a dummy listing. So how to spot them? Usually they will use a generic photo that you can find on Google, or they have very little description. But same thing, my 2 cents worth of professional advice is, if it's possible, go with an agent. Now, for purchase of private property, you can go with the agent, because end of the day, you're not paying the buying agent. The buying agent will be getting the com from the seller agent. But for rental, yes. But you think about it, if money can solve you problem from falling into all these kind of scams, why not? So we have come to the end of today's sharing, and if you like to purchase or rent your property in a stress-free manner without additional risk, and I have a proven method, okay, that I've used it for the last few years. So you can find out more, and you go to www.sbbcode.com.